A 3-year-old boy is dead, and the caregiver who allegedly left him inside a sweltering hot vehicle for several hours was released on bail today. 50-year-old Zelena Kosovic walks out of a College Park courtroom this afternoon charged with criminal negligence causing death. An officer I spoke with off camera earlier today who drove her into court this morning says she sat silent in the vehicle, showing no emotion. Now, just steps from where the young boy was pulled from the vehicle, a growing memorial this hour of flowers, teddy bears, candles, and a sign. Now, this is a tragic story, an avoidable death with many questions still lingering. Though we've learned a great deal about the caregiver, Zelena Kosovic. I spoke with one neighbor who lives on her floor. She says that the caregiver is actually a mother herself with 2 kids. She's also a widow. Her husband died last year. And also I spoke with one man whose colleague parked right beside the vehicle yesterday while the boy was still inside. Sadly, he didn't look in and see the young lad in distress.
He's going through a tough time today. We were talking about it all day today at work, and he's like, he goes, I should have just looked. He goes, you guys, listen, you can't look everywhere. You know, would have been a different story if you had looked. Maybe the baby would have alive today.
We don't, people don't go walking around staring at people's vehicles.
Do granted, I understand that. Yeah. It's just, you don't think about to look over.
According to police, Kosovic was hired by the family to pick up the young boy and drive him to an area daycare, then pick him up again in the afternoon and pretty much take him home. Sadly, that did not happen. The boy was found by a construction worker and pulled from the vehicle by a building superintendent around 1 p.m. yesterday. He was pronounced dead at hospital.
The caregiver, as far as we're aware, and the investigation is ongoing, I believe her responsibility was to pick up the little boy in the morning, drop him off at another care facility, and then return later in the afternoon where she would pick him up. They would spend, I believe it was a short period of time together before the child was taken home. I know that the officers that responded to this would feel very badly in this case. This is a tragedy. No matter how you look at it. I feel horrible about this. I'm a father myself. I can't imagine what the family must be going through, and my condolences are with them.
Now, the big question which still remains this hour was, what was Kosovic doing while the little boy sat in the vehicle? Police say they believe he was in there for upwards of 4 hours. Now, inside the doors, inside this condo building, there are security cameras, and that might help investigators piece together a timeline, though their investigation is still ongoing this hour.